Alrighty, after getting my left and right mixed up, I'm back. And there's a 7. Looks like I win, Celestin. Indeed, excellently played, Master Rean. So if you wouldn't mind. Fear not, I'm a man of my word. But how do I begin? I recently received a direct order in return to the Hyams household from the Marquis herself. In fact, I'm expected to return to St. Ark as early as next week. Are you serious? Are you serial? Greatly. Personally, I'd much rather stay by Master Patrick's side. However, I've been told that things are getting hectic over there. I see. Surprised to hear that the Marquis would ask for a Celestin. Must be even more talented than we think he is. However, Marquis Hyams is incredibly good-hearted. It's entirely possible that he'll allow me to continue to do as I wish, so long as I carry out the duties he asks of me. So I've been trying to find a way to remain interested, no matter how much additional work I must do. That's what's had me so occupied of late. That, embarrassingly enough, has been the root of my odd behavior. That'll do it. Do you mind if I ask why you want to stay by Patrick's side that much, though? Haha, perhaps it does seem a bit strange from your perspective. I'm afraid we don't have time for the fuller story, but I'll say this. Master Patrick was the one to treat me not as a servant, but as an equal. He gave me a place in the world that others couldn't, and for that I would do anything for him. I never knew. So this is what Patrick meant when he said, yeah, they're more than just master and servant. That said, I feel terrible that my attempts to remain by his side have caused him so much concern. But telling you all this has made up my mind. How so? I've decided I'm going to tell his lordship exactly how I feel. Should that fail, I will simply have to think of something else. But I will stay by it with Master Patrick. I was speaking to you, that allowed me to reach that conclusion. Bouncing your thoughts off me helped, then I'm glad I was here. Well then, I shan't waste another minute here. If I want to settle all this, allow me to take my leave, Master Rean. Good luck. Hope it works out for you. Also, Jess, could I ask you to explain my behavior to Master Patrick? I have some explaining of my own to do later, of course, but I'd like it if you could at least share the basic details of my feelings of the matter with him. Of course, you can count on me. Back to the gymnasio. Did you get anything out of Celestin? I did. So he's been told to return us to St. Ark. He still is doing everything in his power to prevent that from happening. Trying to take action without consulting me again? What foolishness. Why do you seem so happy about that? Happy? Sometimes I wonder what color your sky is, Sworza. Besides, even if Celestin was forced to leave my side, I would be perfectly. No matter, you did well today. You're the last person I would want to be indebted to you, so take this and call us even. Hold on, I didn't help you expecting some kind of reward. That just makes things even worse. I do not wish to be in your debt. Think of this as me having filled a formal request, and you having fulfilled it, nothing more. As such, you receive your reward, walk away, and no loose ends remain. Ha, got it. Now, let's see if there are any other. Yep, dang it. Oh well, at least I'll be able to. At least that'll be okay. Okay. I stop off in this Subble-dooble-doop-doop-doop. Subble-dooble, yeah. Subble-dooble-doop-doop-doop. I don't need your love. Check out how the peeps are feeling. The lacrosse club has come a long way since the beginning of the year. There's nothing more for us to do but help create a memorable festival. Of course, we don't want to take the spotlight off of you first years. The festival's yours to define. Looks like the lacrosse team is going to be just fine next year with Elisa and Ferris around. Theresa and I don't even have half a year left before we graduate. It's nice to leave the club in such good hands. It's definitely a weight off my shoulders. Coming up with a good idea for this festival is harder than I thought. Especially when all the other classes and clubs have started preparing. Makes me feel like the need to rush things along. The last thing we want to do is panic and end up with something really boring, though. I think I'll have to throw in the towel and admit defeat here. Elias and I are bouncing ideas off of each other, but nothing really settled this thing in the end. I think that same thing would happen even if we got the rest of the class in, you know? Maybe we should need to step back and rethink our approach. Nope, nothing at all. Come now. Our whole class is supposed to work on this event. Try to explain it in a way a normal person could understand. And then they all come up and oomph! You know what I mean? What would the best way to decorate the cafeteria? What? You don't think I'm going to decorate it myself, do you? The girl from the student council asked me to think about decorations, so that is exactly what I'm doing, reluctantly. Okay. Oh yeah, I was gonna go up to the second floor. Oh, Ferris, my sister supreme, your impression. It stirs an indestructible and enormous pride within me. One could barely liken it to a serene radiance given off by snow as it melts under the gentle sunlight. Rejoice, Ferris! Join your brother in his carnival of unending joy. You ever stop being so aggravating? Why must you bother me whenever Serifa and is too busy for your nonsense? I finished writing out the prologue to the plot outline you gave me. I might have gotten a bit carried away with my own interpretation of some of the scenes. Warn me in advance, just how graphic does it get? We have to sort out some issues here. I'll leave you coming up with ideas for you for now, Farine. Got it. Gone fishing. Seems as though a girl in class 7 and I may have kindred spirits. My crystal ball tells me that she'll play a part in something far greater than we could know. Not only that, caught her speaking to a black cat more than once. Hehehe. Fate seems to have many hardships in store for the poor girl. It does seem like Emma has something going on she doesn't want us to tell us about. No, that's spoilers. During the festival, not only will we be serving food, but the cafeteria will double as a rest area too. There's a special kind of lively here during the festival, so my husband and I are really looking forward to it. Not that he'll ever admit it. Hey, I heard you went to that old schoolhouse again for another investigation. All that investigating you do is getting me curious about that place. Many times people explore it or try to figure this out. It seems like it never gets any less mysterious. Time for me to go in here. And go up here. Ah. Oh, are you looking for fish? She's taking a nap at the moment. Shut up talking about having to use her head too much today. I'll make sure to send her home before it gets dark, so don't you worry. Really struggling to come up with something, aren't we? Inspirational strike if I lie down. Just looking for an excuse to sleep, aren't you? Perhaps. Been asked to assist with the preparation of this month's field study. The exact nature of my assistance is a military secret. I'm afraid that if I told you more, I'd have to kill you. You just have to wait until the day of. Nothing to note happened once he finished exploring the bottom floor. As unsatisfying a conclusion it may be, we have no choice but to accept it from now. As such, I hereby declare the exploration of the old schoolhouse complete. My thanks for cooperating these last few months. Yeah. You know, I never noticed it before, but I think those two would make a good couple. Yeah, I think I just came up with my greatest idea yet. Mint came along to celebrate Instructor Makarov's birthday. Celebrating with your family truly is a wonderful thing, isn't it? There's something about seeing those two together that makes me feel at ease. This isn't bad, actually. I heard you were going to cook for me. Gave my piece with Aeos and braced for death. You did good. Would you care for some tea? I would, actually. Thank you very much. Thank you very much. Thinking back on last year's festival, there was one particular event that was conducted without express permission. And let me tell you, it hardly seemed appropriate for an on-campus event. They did at least exercise some degree of restraint. Besides, it wasn't my place to shepherd them. The festival was run by the students, after all, not the faculty. I think I know what you're getting at. What you getting at? I have a feeling that, yep. It's on the other side. It's on the other side. Yep. What are you doing here, Crow? Nothing much. Something happened? Nah, just feeling a bit sentimental. It's nothing serious. Don't worry about it, man. Crow? Sentimental? Hey, Crow. I'm a bit tired myself, to be honest. Would you mind if I sat here with you for a while? Ha, I swear, you get weirder by the day. Sure, feel free. What a sunset. Between this and the cooler weather, it feels like fall's finally here. Ha, sure does. Can't help but feel I kind of let the summer go to waste, though. Bro, up for a round of Blade? Seriously, where'd that come from? Seems like you've got something on your mind. That's not a good look for you. Round of Blade might actually distract you from it for a little while, but still. I like seeing you down like this. I want to help, even if I can't do much. Just because you're a second year doesn't mean you need to pretend you're indestructible. We're in this together. Me and the rest of Class 7 are always here to listen, and we know you're here for us. That's what being friends is all about. Rean. Better not be a promise you don't intend to keep. Huh? A lifesaver, man. Just so happens my wallet is... it is very empty. I was sweating how I'd survive the festival next year without any cash. So I'd tell you to say no to a kind offer. What do you say we start betting at 100 mirror? Wait, hold on.
Alright, let's get started. Go on, draw a card. I'm up first. Take this. Seriously? You fell for it. Not bad. Not bad. You fell for it. Not bad. Same score? Gotta redraw. You're first. You're gonna have to do better than that.
Now that's what I'm talking about. We're taking that 100 mirror now. How would you pay back the 50 mirror you borrowed from me first? You tricked me, didn't you? Ha, took you long enough. Psychological warfare, my friend. People can't resist when they see a joker like me acting all sentimental. They start lining up to get fleeced. Can't believe I fell for it. Haha, if it didn't work, I wouldn't do it. Honestly, though, it's been a month already. Should have me figured out by now. I really should. You're one of us now. How could I not be concerned? Heh, you're one weird dude. Well, if you've already got your cards out, how about another round? Might as well. I'll bet it's this time, though. Alright, I can dig it. Doesn't hurt to get a regular match in every now and then. Well... Alrighty, well... Now... Torweasel, time to continue on the story. Oh, here we are. Wonder if Toad is already inside. Oh. Knock and enter.
Huh? Doesn't sound like she's here yet. Oh. At least she's getting some rest. Must be what to do, though. It almost... She must be really tired. I should let her sleep a while. Oh, there we go. I guess I'll just read a book or something while...
Jacket?
Oh, hey, you're...
Huh? Oh, right. I came here after the conference was over, so this jacket is... Oh no! I can't believe I fell asleep after asking you to come all the way here.
Don't worry about it. Doing me a favor here. I appreciate you taking the time out of it.
Aww, why is it that you always seem to catch me at the weirdest moment? Still...
No problem. Glad that it wasn't too hot, was it?
No, of course not. But anyway, that's... Now, listen here.
Huh?
I mean, lending me your jacket was very sweet and gentlemanly of you, but it's not very gentlemanly to sit and stare at a girl when she's sleeping, you...
I'm so... You were sleeping so peacefully that it seemed almost wrong to wake you up. But I guess it wasn't considerate of me to just...
No. It's just kind of weird to randomly watch people sleep, you know? If it was someone else, they'd...
Oh, Toa.
I asked you to meet me here so I could show you more about the concert we put on for last year's festival.
Oh, you mean the one you did with Angelica? Do you have some record of it?
Actually, I do. George was testing out some kind of Orbital video camera that was being developed by the Brewer Institute, and we've still got the recording here.
An Orbital video?
Yeah, the technology is different from what they use for the Orbital net. Actually, it's probably faster to just show you. Let me bring it up on the screen.
Oh, you've got pictures of it.
More than just pictures. Just watch.
Amazing.
I know, right? It plays back images and sound at the same time. So it's like a radio and a camera combined. The quality might be a bit rough, but it really feels like you're right there, doesn't it?
It's really something else.
Oh, there we are going in.
Wow.
Isn't it cool? It's called Rock. It's making a splash in the music scene abroad. They use Orbital audio technology to amplify guitars for it. It's a pretty bold sound, huh?
It definitely is. And, speaking of bold...
I forgot about the outfit! Don't look at that, just focus on the performance.
This is... Bravo! That was incredible! I wish I could have been there to see it in person.
I'm glad you enjoyed it. So was that any help?
Help? This is exactly what I was looking for. I'm not sure if we can put together something as flashy as, but we do have Elliot, and he knows his music, so...
I'm glad to hear it. Crow was the one who planned all of this out. So he's the one you should ask about how to put a program like this together. Angie did our choreography, and George got all the instruments together for us. I'm sure they'd help out if you
I
asked.
think I just might. We have to get our preparations for...
Oh, I put a copy of the video onto this memory quartz for you. If you put this memory quartz into the Orbital projector here, you can watch the video anytime. Maybe you can bring everyone from your class here and show it to
Yeah. Thanks for everything, Toa. I mean, I asked for help, but you really went above and beyond.
You're always looking out for me, Rin. Besides, I'm sure this idea will spark some lively discussion within your class. But I'm really curious to see how things turn.
Me too.
As an adult who takes naps. Well, that seems to gone over well. I can see Elliot's eyes light up when I mentioned it. So it looks like Class 1 is definitely putting on a play. Not just any play, a full-scale classical operetta with all the trimmings. Even if an operetta is shorter than a full opera. It's Class 1 we're talking about. I'm sure they'll spare no expense at the outfits and stage design. True. If they had any more blowhards, they'd be a wind tunnel. Class 2 looks like they're gonna run with their idea of doing some sort of inner garden. From what I heard, they want something based on the motif of the night sky. Sounds like quite the elaborate setup. Class 3 is intending to run a game room based around Blade. Heard they're planning to decorate the room like a castle and provide lessons for beginners as well as advanced smashing. Huh, really? Class 4 is going to be doing an Eastern-style cafe of sorts. They're claiming you can enjoy exotic dining experience. Not sure what they mean by Eastern-style, though. Well, my sword is technically Eastern-style, I guess, but yeah. Seems like an awfully broad term. Huh. You don't really see too much stuff from the East in Erebonia. Class 5's doing something kind of different. They'll be using the training hall for some attraction they call Mishi Panic. Wait, isn't Mishi the mascot of that big theme park, Crossbell? That was a strange choice, considering the current political climate. I'm kind of a Mishi fan, though. One time, though, Lecter brought me back a Mishi keychain. It's really cool. Oh, the intelligence division never struck me as the type who would budget for souvenirs. Anyway, the captain of the writing club is intending to organize some matter of horse racing event. Officially, there would be no gambling, but with our senior colleague involved, I'm sure Free Enterprise will find a way. Really, Kuro? Toa's not going to like it if she finds out. Aw, come on, it's a festival. A little low-stakes fun never hurt anyone. A number of second years are planning to run stalls. Many clubs are intending to put on events as well. But in terms of scale, the 5 other classes are our main competition. Current attendees will be able to vote on which class event they like the most. The winner to be announced during the evening's festivities. Sounds like it's going to make things awfully competitive. Still, that's much more incentive to make our class contribution one to remember. Which leads us to our current problem. What do we do? I'm thinking we should avoid doing anything that would require large-scale equipment. Our numbers and the time we have to prepare, I doubt we could at least set up or even spare someone to operate it. Yeah, you make a good point. But if we take that into account, just about the only other option we have is doing something on the auditorium stage. And it's worth noting that using the stage would put us in direct competition with Class 1. Can't very well put on our production like theirs, though. We just look like copycats. Whatever we end up going with, it should be something that we can all have a part in. Maybe a martial arts demonstration with a few sparring matches. Now that would probably get turned down as too dangerous. Not a bad line of thought. Not a bad line of thought, though. How about a cooking contest? Ooh, I call judge. Our troubles are over. I just had a visionary idea we can go with the Academy Pool. Picture this. Stunning ladies in bikinis, wrestling piggyback on the pool. Come for the fights, stay for the accidental exposure. I think not. Get out. No. This is getting us nowhere. It'll sound like fun, though. Actually, I did have one idea I think we might be able to use. You did? Really? I bet Toa told you too. Yeah, she showed me the video too. Can't believe you never even mentioned it. You guys put on an amazing show. Well, I'm the lone second year here. Didn't want to rob you bright-eyed first years of the full festival experience. So what is this idea then? The student council president suggest something to you? Yeah, she showed me a video of a concert that she, Crow, George, and Angelica put on last year's festival. A concert on stage with vocals? Ooh, that does sound interesting. I have heard that there was an event last year's festival that really drove the crowds wild. I've heard similar things, but I've had no idea Crow was involved. Yeah, it was pretty spur of the moment, though. So it was too late of them to put us on an official poll. If folks had been able to vote for it, I don't doubt that we would have ranked high up near the top. Not seeing for ourselves, it's difficult to say whether we'd be able to do something similar. Got me curious, though. Sounds great, let's do it. You said you saw the video, right? Can you show us too? Yeah, Joe gave me a copy of me. Let's get together during lunch tomorrow and watch it.
I can't wait to see the looks on their faces when they see it. Though I imagine Toa's outfit might raise more than a few questions too. Oh, it's 9 already? Oven time should be on.
I'm Misty, and this is Radio Trista. It's 9 p.m. on the 19th of the 9th month. If only I was dressed to the nines to match. It feels like we're finally getting the break we deserve from a long string of uncomfortably humid nights. That's right, fall is finally here, and it's brought its cool night breezes and gentle chirping of insects with it. Along with that respite, Erebonians everywhere are turning to their true autumn passions, food and sports. What do all of you out there look forward to when you realize fall's almost here? For me, it's definitely the food. The crops come into season, ready for the harvest. I can only imagine how much work it has to be for all those farmers. But I can't wait for my first roasted chestnuts of the season. It's just about time for those to start popping up too. Sure, I'll never turn down a Merit Glacé or a Mont Blanc, but roasted is the way chestnuts were meant to be. That soft, melt-in-your-mouth taste, that sweet fragrance, simply irresistible. Whoops! The director's over there giving me the stink eye. Someone hasn't eaten dinner yet, I'll bet. Anyway, Paul is also known for being a season for the arts. One of the Empire's most popular cultural institutions is the opera, and no one does opera like Heimdall's famous opera house. But as far as music goes, I'm a sucker for the classics. I still sing along whenever I hear The Whereabouts of Light. I stare in disbelief as you fade away, like a dimming star beneath the coming day. Whoa there, almost felt like I was in my shower back home. Speaking of music, some fresh new genres have been gaining popularity lately, both at home and abroad.
She really does have a pretty voice. Though I guess you kind of have to in order to be a big opera singer like that. I don't know if singing on the air like that is such a good idea if she's trying to keep her identity under wraps, though. We've got our practical exam coming up next week. Then another few... Sounds like things are going to be even busier than usual. I better...
Okay. Ooh, I bet Rex would have a good time with that. Whoa. That was way cool. Very impressive. That was neat. Well, it was certainly quite a technical display. You can think we're going to put on outfits like that and prance around on stage. You must be dreaming. Well, the outfits all depend on what kind of performance we put on. Clothes have to fit the mood and the music. Right, Crow? Yeah, we did a rock song last year, so if our outfits didn't scream rock, the whole performance would have lacked something, in my opinion. Now, in my infinite wisdom, I'd like to point out that the revealing outfits will be popular regardless of the music. You guys. Outfits aside, it does seem like a bold concept. Few would think to put on a performance like that. If we put in the time to practice, we may even compare favorably with Class 1's operetta. Well, Elliot's music expert here. Think there's any chance we could put on a performance like this? Hold on. So first things are, how many of us can actually play an instrument? Learn the lute from your dad, right, Reen? Yeah, I'm no virtuoso, but I can play as long as the music's not too complicated. Elisa, you can play the violin, right? Yeah, my grandfather taught me. Guys, you play the sitar, was it? Been playing it for years. I can play the piano, so with the four of us, it looks like we have our instruments covered. So that means we just need to work on our music and lyrics and guess who's going to be the on vocals. But yeah, really depends on what sort of music we want to do, but I think we can pull off an impressive performance. Great. Well, when you put it that way, it doesn't sound like such a bad idea. That's true, and it seems fitting for a festival too. Sounds good to me? Yeah, let's do it. Then the matter is settled. I'm in favor too. I dread the thought of what the instructor would do if we didn't have anything decided by today. So we leave the musical responsibilities in Elliot's hands then. Yeah, I think he's in the best position to decide the style of performance, our songs, and what we should each be doing. Okay with you, Elliot? Sure thing. Haven't spent all these years studying music for nothing. Oh, and Crow? You can give us some help with the outfits and with getting a hold of the equipment we'll need? I'd like us to do as much of this ourselves this week. Ha, sure, I'll do what I can. This might be a temp thing and all, but I am part of Class 7. So if you're going all in, I'll throw my chips in your pile. Crow. Crow. Wow, maybe I had you pegged around all this time. So just leave those outfits in my capable hands. I'll make you all shine like stars up there, especially the ladies. I take it all back. He's not even trying to hide it. Haha. We're counting on you to keep him tasteful, Reen. Right, tasteful. Alright. Practical exam time. First of all, congratulations on her. Took you long enough, but you finally decided what to do for the festival. You're following in Toa's footsteps and putting on a concert, huh? You decided what type of music you want to do? Not exactly. We're still kind of getting things sorted. At the very least, it should be pretty easy to decide who's playing an instrument and who all will be in vocals. I'm not exactly sure I've ever even touched an instrument. Can't say I have either. Probably need at least some rudimentary experience to play an instrument at the festival. I had the pleasure of seeing last year's concert live. They put on a real show. Me and Crow, you two are handling all the outfits, right? You guys have that under control? Yep, we got that. We got that shit on lockdown. Well, we've narrowed it down to the 15 most promising designs. Hades, save us all. I suppose we'll have to rely on Reen to save us from being dressed by Crow. Honestly, I feel a little envious. If I were 5 years younger, I'd jump right in and stage with all of you and have a great old time. Hey, what are you looking at me like that for? Instructor? How old are you again? Aren't you in your mid-20s? Even if you were 5 years younger, graduation would still be years behind you. Hush you! Us ladies, everything is up to the mid-20s is just a warm-up. And men, they like fine wines, better with age. Not sensitive about it, really. It's just another valuable life lesson that is my duty as your instructor to impart. Anyway, as long as I'm looking forward to the festival, that's not why we're here today. Not only do you have no field study next month, looks like you're off the hook as far as practical exams go, too. So since this will be our last practical exam for a while, figured I'd crank up the challenge for a couple notches. Wait, are you saying you're going to serve as our opponent? Bingo, just think of it as long-awaited second round of May's exam. If you want to get back with me, now's your chance. But you better bring it, because I'm not going to go easy on you. Alright, Reen, pick two from your team, because you're up first. Got it. Okay, I'm going to pick... Obviously, we want to do the highest level people. Probably Laura and Emma. Equip. I'll get her in her stage outfit. And her in her stage outfit. Oh. Regular A1. General's cape. Hocking boots. Oh yeah, I need to. Quartz. Yep. Have you held back anything?
You're all ready. You've been studying and training here half a year now. I think you might finally be able to. Now, show me you've got what it takes to pass with flying colors. Yeah. Come at me with everything you've got.
Here we go.
Alright, so.
Of course.
Arts. Flare bomb. And this guy will do. Arts. Purgatorial Flame.
Time for the kid gloves to come off. Of course.
My turn. Arcus.
Arts.
You've come a long way.
The battle's over.
But stay alert, everyone.
Cool. That was a lot easier than I thought it would be. Did we manage to defeat her? It took all three of us fighting in top form to eke out a narrow victory. Nicely done. Can't believe how far you've all come in just 6 months. I know you've all been honing your team tactics, but I was expecting such a top-rate performance from you so soon. But you know what? As your instructor, that's the best feeling in the world. Okay. 1 group down. 3 more to go. I'll call you in groups of 3, so be ready to jump in when I call your name. Is she even human? Multiple groups with multiple opponents in every group, and she was still able to put up a fight against all of us. She's on a completely different level. Just need to redouble our efforts in training if we hope to match her. Say that again. Phew, I'm spent. Mind if I use you as a pillow, Emma? What? Here? You no shame? Looks like there's still some life in her yet. She's the only person you know who can fight 4 back-to-back battles and still have the energy for wisecracks. Don't get me wrong, I'm genuinely impressed with how far you've come. I can tell where you've headed with your field study without any worries. Up we go. Alright, get them while they're hot. Interesting choices. Okay. Rura and Ortis. Those are 2 of the Empire's largest cities, right? Well, technically they are. Rura's far from small, but Ortis is kind of on another level. It's the 2nd largest city on the Empire with over 400,000 people. Also happens to be the stronghold of Duke Hyan, the noble faction's de facto leader. You out of your mind? Want us to drag this hyperactive chatterbox straight into the noble faction's largest stronghold? He does make a good point. Ortis is hostile territory for her. No 2 ways about it. If they find you poking around, they'll burn you at the stake. Yeah, I'm not that worried. I stuck at Ortis plenty of times before. This time, I've got you guys with me. I'll be fine. This is no laughing matter. I'm a bit concerned, too. As am I. As am I. Ortis is far from here. If something were to happen? Not to worry. We're thinking about what to do about that. Still, you're not in a laid-back vacation. That much I can say for certain. It goes for the group headed for Rura, too. The Reinford group is based out of Rura, isn't it? River is also part of Marquis Ragner's domain. He is the head of one of the 4 great houses. Ha! Jellicus Stumbergold man, eh? He's supposed to be a real hardliner, even among the big shots in the aristocracy. That's true, but the Imperial Army also runs a military factory in the vicinity. The Rhineford group isn't aligned with either faction, but I can imagine there are more than a few ongoing complications. Really? Sounds like trouble if you ask me. How would my father and the other members of the board choose destinations like those on dangerous times like these? Well, like I said, we're thinking those issues out. The Academy's annual festival coming up next month. There's no field study being planned. This is a good chance to show off all the know-how you gained from your previous field studies. Make whatever preparations you need to, and when Saturday rolls around, travel with your heads held high. Class 7 has done a damn good job so far. The only reputation you guys have to live up to is your own. Thank you, Instructor.
You're right, Scarlet. Here's a little something from the Academy.
Cool.
You did really well, Green.
It's 8:20. So we're still waiting on Elliot and Crow then. It looks like they nearly pulled an all-nighter working on our...
It sounds like they've got a general idea of what they want, as far as style goes, but they're both nitpicking the set list and all the little details of the performance.
I don't know about you guys, but I'm excited. I'm not worried about Elliot, but I can't say I've got an abundance of faith in Crow.
Well, be that as it may, we just have to leave it to them for now.
Still, I was surprised by what the instructor said last night. What do you think she's cooking up this time?
I can only shudder to get...
Oh, before I forget, I want you all to stop by the Academy tomorrow morning before you head out. Both groups. Meet me out on the field by 9 a.m. and don't be late.
Well, Sarah randomly springing things on us is nothing new.
But why delay our departure? It takes 8 hours by train to reach Ordis as it is.
You're right. If we're still in Trista at 9 a.m., it would be past sundown. The train ride to Ruhr is over 5 hours. Ideally, we'd all be on the first train.
How about it, Sharon? With the way you're just standing back there smiling, I'm guessing you know something. I hope you're looking forward to my unsurprise when we step off the train in Ruhr to see you already there.
I wouldn't dream it, I assure you. I'll only be seeing you off this time. She's totally going to be there ahead of us.
That's about as sure a bet as you can make. Pretty certain she knows what's going on, too.
She's one amazing maid. I feel like I have my own professional chef, too.
Oh, sorry guys, I overslept.
Yo! Morning, everyone.
Morning.
Looks like we have everyone now.
Well, we have to meet the instructor at the field by...
I don't know what she wants to see us about, but don't worry. We've still got some time left.
Anyway, I think we should head out now. I'm sure most of us have some last-minute preparations to take care of.
True.
Have a safe trip, everyone.
Okay, so first off, we are going to put on her stage outfit, because that's what we do now that we're prepping. Put on Aura jacket for her. Put on some Haken boots for her. Put on the platinum bow for her. Medal of Friendship for her, and a Grail Locket for her. Put on. You already got on the stage outfit. I'll get everyone all. Engineering building. Morning, everyone. Good morning. I didn't expect to see all three of you together this early. What gives? We were just talking about all of you, actually. Just glad you managed to decide on what to do for the festival before you got shipped off to your field study. Sounds like you didn't waste any time putting George to work either. I did ask him for help with our orbital instruments, yeah? I'm hoping to have everything sorted out by the time you get back. Make sure you know who's playing what by then. We haven't even decided our genre yet. Well, that's definitely something you'll have to take care of. I'm more interested in your outfits, though. I'm thinking sexy. Really sexy. Especially the girls. Oh, ho, ho, you and I are on the same page. I didn't even think about it. I'm not wearing one. It'd be a bit distracting if they ended up being as revealing as President Herschel's was. That was all Angie and Crow's fault. I wouldn't listen to any of my feedback. I hope you realize how much I'm counting on you guys to stop this rain. I'll see what I can do. Well, that's a sexy topic. This month's field study sounds like a tough one. Ruhr's at the center of the Norcia province. The provincial army's influence isn't quite as blatant as in Ordis, but they still hold significant sway there. Their relationship with the railway militaries with the rump is especially bad, so make sure you don't get wrapped up like that. Really? Tensions are rising on both inside and outside the country as it is. It's kind of worrisome. At least your field study has been planned out to minimize the chances of you getting into any trouble. What? You mean by planned out? Oh, did Instructor Sarah not tell you? Well, we can't spoil the surprise then, can we? What are you? Curiosity piqued. Yeah. Well, they did call you to the field, right? How'd you get going? I'm sure it'll all make sense when you get there. Slow down. How come you guys all get to know and I don't? Sorry, Crow. Well, that's what you get for taking in easy classes again this year. What she said. Still, you're technically a second year, so make sure you back your new class up. Oh, I see how it is. Get a few more credits than me, and you think you can get away with saying whatever you want. Well, sounds like we should head over to the field then. Hello, Fee. It's time for yet another field study, isn't it? Although it does seems like this time you're leaving later than me. Sarah told us to head to the field for some reason. Oh, is that the case? Fee, no matter what you have to face, I'm sure you'll be able to overcome it. So just make sure you give it everything you got. Roger. What are you still doing here? Do you have a field study to undertake? I thought so too, but they told us to gather at the fields instead. How about you, Patrick? I thought you'd be a cold day in hell before I saw you attend morning practice. I'm only here to shake off my morning drowsing. I certainly didn't come here to train after that crushing defeat at Friedel's head. Now that's one honest lie. You can read him like a book. You'll be making your way to Ordis and Ruhr, will you not? Rather foolhardy, if you ask me. I can't really claim that either place will be a cakewalk. Ours is like Cayenne's stronghold, so the others are bound to run into trouble there. It's not like Ruhr is the nicest place these days either. Wait, are you actually worried about us, Patrick? If you're only going to spout nonsense, I would appreciate it if you held your tongue. Moving on, we plan on settling the score with you at the Academy Festival. As such, we would prefer to if you returned safely. Challenge accepted. We'll be back and we'll make sure to give you a run for your money. I heard there was a kitty. Ah. Oh, even Celine's here. Is she just curious about what's going on there? Who knows exactly what Caster. Alright, Inspector Schroeder's. Yep. What? Make sure I have. Yep, I got enough fresh milk. Although the fresh milk might not be so fresh now. Alright, time to hit on. Ian. We're all told to meet here at 9 a.m. Seems like I still have some time. Hey, what this all about? It'd probably be a good idea to finish preparing first. Oh, yeah, shoot. Good. You're all here. Oh, Inspector, I wasn't expecting you to be. Sharon? Weren't you in the dormitory when we left? Indeed I was, but I was summoned here by Lady Sarah. So after seeing all you off, I came straight here. How did I guess she'd get here ahead of us? You know, at this point, I shouldn't really be surprised. She ain't Ranford's top mate for nothing. Personally, I would have preferred not to ask her to come at all. Since she's acting as Group A's scout, I don't really have much of a choice. Why, thank you. How would we need a guide? So you're telling me? Oh, it looks like everyone's here already. Oh, Sharon's here. Oh, we got all you here now. Look at that, 9 a.m. right on time. Huh? What's that sound? Sounds like the rush of air. No, that's not quite it. Sounds like an airship. Are you kidding me? Look! What the hell is that? Here they come? What is this thing even doing here? Wow, it's so cool. Crimson Airship. Who does it belong to? Imperial Army warship, maybe? Not enough giant guns. Still, its shape looks familiar. Oh, now I remember. It's like the white wings of Liberl. Think so too, right? You mean like the RC? Oh, you mentioned it. I do see remember. RC. Wasn't that a high-speed cruiser from the Kingdom of Liberl? Indeed, it was on that very airship that Prince Olivert made a triumphant return to Heimdall. No way. I'm seriously going to land here, right? Of course they are. 75 hours from bow to stern. Might be a bit of a snug fit, but they should be able to touch down. Man, you gotta be kidding me. Wait a minute, how do you know how large it is? This is the best. It's actually very pretty up close. The more I look, the more it seems like the RSA. Except red. There's a crest of Erebonian, though. At the very least, it's an airship from the Empire.
Salutations, my beautiful friends. It's only been 10 days since last we met, but I couldn't keep myself away.
Prince Oliver.
And Major Vander.
I'm glad to see you all.
Your slack-jawed amazement says it all. Looks like this will be quite the crowd pleaser during this grand unveiling in Heimdall.
Wait, what grand unveiling?
Man, I don't even know what's going on anymore.
What are you referring to?
It's been quite some time. I see many familiar faces gathered here today. And several I've yet to have the pleasure of meeting.
Is that...
I know that voice.
the Radiant Blade Master?
Father.
So that's Laura's dad? Wait, who's the one now?
And look, Toval's with him too.
This isn't quite how I expected our grand reunion to go. That's for sure.
What are you doing up there? And what's with the hat?
Allow me to introduce you. This is Captain Victor S. Oxide. Will be assuming command of this ship.
So that's what this is about.
I'll fill you in on the details another.
What in the name of Adios?
Wow, what a pretty ship.
This thing's a real piece of work.
Incredible. I've heard about the specs, but the numbers don't do it justice.
Principal Van Dyke.
Could someone fill us in on what exactly...
Van Dyke!
Your bafflement is quite understandable. The chairman of the board proposed a change to your travel arrangements for this month's field study. He's agreed to deliver all of you to your respective destinations aboard this airship.
What? We'll be riding in style.
He's mainly taking it on his maiden voyage to unveil the ship to the nation. You'll be headed to the capital first, but from there, it'll be a straight shot to Ruhr.
Wow. I'm not sure what to say.
Oh, this is all so sudden.
Well, should we be off, Your Highness?
Yes, that sounds marvelous. With that, let me be the first to welcome you, Class 7, aboard the second Arcel-class high-speed cruiser, the Courageous.
Yep. This is a bop. Not even our high-speed trains could hope to match that. That may be true, but we still have our own strengths. How's the investigation coming along? Well, they've been pretty blatant about trying to obstruct us. So basically, about what we expected. The same is true in other areas as well. Understood. Respond with pattern 13. I'll head there myself this afternoon. Yes, ma'am!
What a spectacular sight. My brother told me all about it, but there's no substitute for seeing it soar through the skies. Simply beautiful. Yes, it really is. You're up there, aren't you,
That's the Courageous. Oliver finally finished his airship.
It's a fine ship, isn't it? Prince Oliver seems to have gone to quite a lot of trouble having it built.
Is this the wind of change we intend to release across our stained and troubled land? Go, my son, and show me the caliber of man.
Believe it's been almost 2 years already? And look at how far our debaucherous prince has managed to come. Partnering with Liberl to make a second Arcel-class airship, then cruising over the capital? I suppose that's one way to stick it to you for outmaneuvering him at the trade conference.
Let him have his fun.
Let him have his fun.
Still, this was certainly an unexpected play on his part. He and that band of students he likes to ship across the country have proven a never-ending source of entertainment. But now, my dear Prince Oliver, we have reached a decisive point. The board has been prepared. Every piece is placed. You turn the tides in your favor? I look forward to finding out.
It's currently 10:02. We have a north-northwesterly wind blowing in at a speed of 11 arch. We've just passed through the Schwarzkopf barrier's airspace into the province of Norte.
Current speed is 3050 SPH. We've reached full cruising velocity.
Maintain current course and speed. Follow the Nortia main line, maintaining a distance of 200 arch.
Aye, aye, Captain.
I suppose you would be the most well-informed on matters of technology. It took the combined efforts of countless supporters to take this airship from blueprint to beauty. I've caused a great many people no small amount of trouble gathering the technology and funds to build it. It's nice to know that even princes have trouble with financing sometimes. Alas, it is true. I had to borrow quite a sum from a number of sources. The Emperor himself among them. But all my neighbors bore fruit. We were able to build an airship that met all of my ideal specifications. A length of 75 hours, it's almost twice the size of the original Arcel. And with sporting 20 of ZCF's highest performance engines, can achieve a top speed of roughly 3000 SPS. Not quite as fast as the Arcel's 3600 SPH. Still per hour. But the Courageous boasts high armor and interception capabilities. Good grief, she's memorized all specs already. Still, the more I hear about it, the more unbelievable it sounds. Sounds like he's compensating for something. I heard something like this was in development. I never would have imagined it packed this much power into it. Well, how about we have a rough idea about how extravagant it gets? I don't understand is why my father's sitting in the captain's seat. He's not even part of the military. Unless, father, did you actually enlist in the Imperial Army? Ha, I can understand why you might be perplexed. However, this ship isn't part of any military force. Huh? So wait, is it officially regarded as the property of the Imperial family? Precisely. I intend the ship to give wings to a third faction of sorts, unconnected to both the Imperial and Provincial armies. To that end, I could think of no finer captain than Viscount Arcel. Well, at least explain some of them. See what you're getting at, yeah? Fastest airship in the air pair? Captained by the Radiant Blade Master? Couldn't ask for a stronger deterrent than that. I'll say. Well, that's my hope anyways. About half of all the crew here are on loan from my division, 7th Armored. The rest are civilians, representing a variety of nationalities and social classes. As for me, I'm here because I'm just as good at gathering information. They also tasked me to be the point man for keeping in touch with the guild and all its local branches. Makes sense to me. Caval's definitely a good choice. He's got tact and patience to spare. Me, on the other hand, I'm more the face-punching type. Frankly, I'm still shocked we're here. Never imagined we'd be flying at such a marvel of a ship with such a distinguished crew. You've gotten me curious, though. You intended to tour the whole empire like this? That's our plan, yeah. The hope is that it might help assuage some of the tension that's been building across the nation. If we happen to intimidate the Imperial Liberation Front while we're at it, all the better. Ah. That makes sense, considering they got their ownership, too. Intelligence Division and the Rump seems to be keeping them in check for now. Having a ship like this in the air will definitely put even more pressure on the Liberation Front. Otherwise, this ship allows me to kill 3 bones with stun. Genius. If I feel the urge to stretch my wings, I can take to the skies whenever the mood strikes me. Perhaps one day I'll even be able to put on a recital soaring into the skies above Heimdall. I'll put aside certain idiotic flights of fancy. This speed it should take less than an hour to reach Ruhr. Feel free to make yourselves at home while you're aboard. Aside from restricted areas like the engine room, you'll have the run of the ship. Go and poke around a bit. Thank you very much, sir.
Thanks. I think I'll take you up on that.
So we ended up flying this most cutting-edge cruiser. You didn't just sit around and look at the windows, of course, since we had the captain's permission. You set about exploring the Courageous, thinking what this top-of-the-line airship had to offer. Alright, so now it is time to save. And with that, mainly because of the Wheel of Time thing that's happening right now, I will have to bid you guys adieu. Hope to see you next week.